It's almost happening. I have some important updates for you in this video. Let's get right into it. But if you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, make sure to subscribe by hitting the button right down below the video, as this information is changing very, very rapidly right now. I'm doing all the research so that you don't need to. I distill it all down into these short videos, which I deliver a few times each and every day, so that you can get the latest updates hot off the wire as they're being released in the shortest amount of time I can possibly deliver it to you right here in these videos. So again, thank you so much for joining me. I truly do appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet, and let's get right into the update. All right, there is so much going on right now. Honestly, it's a little bit weird with all of these different things that are coming around from literally every single angle. There's so much going on. So I want to talk about a few very important updates here. We need to keep an eye on everything going on because ultimately, regardless of what happens, a lot of this may impact us in some way, shape, or form, and we certainly need to know what is actually happening. So I do have some updates for you. Let's jump into these right away, one at a time. All right, so remember that trucker convoy in Canada that's been going on for the last couple weeks here? Well, a couple days ago, I was out in a video and said there's talk about a trucker convoy here in the United States at some point starting probably in Los Angeles and making their way all the way across the country over to Washington. Well, that was supposed to be starting this past Sunday. However, it didn't happen. However, I just got a new report out that shows that they already have about 1,000 truckers that have already signed on to this thing and have already agreed to be part of the People's Convoy. So remember in Canada, it was called the Freedom Convoy, right? Well, here in the United States, they're calling it the People's Convoy. And as of right now, they have about 1,000 trucks, but they anticipate that along the way across the entire country, as they make their way from Los Angeles all the way across the country, they're probably going to pick up a lot more people along the way. So they're anticipating sometime before the end of the month, this thing will actually get started and get going. Now remember, this is not started yet, but this is the talk as of right now. It looks like they've had a lot of elaborate planning on this whole thing, and according to what I've been finding, they're saying sometime between now and the end of the month, which by the way, there's only 2 weeks left of the month, actually a little bit less than that by now. But they're saying sometime before the end of the month, they're going to get going, and they're probably going to start somewhere in California, most likely Los Angeles, and then start on their way across the country. So this will certainly be very interesting if this actually happens, and if this starts going on, this whole thing. It's certainly going to be very interesting to watch this whole thing play out. But don't worry, I'll continue watching it, and I will keep you updated as I do get more information. But this new report just came out, and I just found this, and I thought, wow, here we go. But remember one more thing too. If this does happen, this could pinch the supply chain issue even more, right? So right now when we go to the stores, there's a lot of empty shelves or, shelves that don't have a whole lot of product on them. This could pinch the whole supply chain thing a little bit more. Now again, I'm not taking sides, whether I'm for or against the truckers. I'm not saying that at all. I'm simply saying this could add more to the supply chain issues. I just feel like everybody has the right to do whatever they want, right? We all have an opinion. We all have free speech in this country. So I feel like if this is what they need to do, then by all means, do what you guys gotta do. But again, I'm not here taking sides. I'm simply bringing you the information as it is being presented to me with all these reports. Also, as long as we're talking about reports, let's talk about another report that I just found as well. This is a very interesting one, but again, not very surprising at the same time. So this report is focused on those individuals that are between the ages of 60 and 75. A new survey just came out showing that 36% of those individuals between the ages of 60 and 75 believe that they have less money than they were actually anticipating at this point in their life. At the same time, 29% of those same respondents think that they're going to outlive any money that they have right now. Again, you might be wondering why. Well, I think all of us know the answer to that, because inflation is digging apart everybody's money supply right now. Whether it's savings, whether it's monthly benefits from Social Security or SSDI or survivors or whatever it happens to be, we all know the whole inflation story, right? We've been talking about it a ton lately, but honestly, it's impacting all of us to some degree right here with everything going on. So we certainly need to pay attention to it because it's a part of our real lives right now, right? I know that we don't love talking about inflation every day, and honestly, I don't love talking about it either, but the deal is, it's impacting every single one of us. I mean, literally, when was the last time you went out to the store and paid 2019 prices? Probably back in 2019. I mean, let's be real with ourselves right now. There's no such thing as pretty much anything out there that has not gone up in price. Whether it's a product, a food item, a service that you may pay for, pretty much everything has gone up. Honestly, I can't think of a single thing that my wife and I pay for. I mean, groceries, we don't buy much stuff. I'm going to be honest with you. We don't buy anything other than groceries, gas in the car, and a haircut. Honestly, a haircut once a month. I'm trying to think, what do I even buy? I mean, literally the essentials. Other than this stuff, we pay for literally nothing. We don't go out to restaurants. We don't do any of that stuff like that at all. We do none of it. But seriously, all of this stuff has gone up substantially, right? Even something like Amazon Prime. I mean, honestly, with me not driving because, the blind situation, we have Amazon Prime simply because with my wife home with the baby and all, me not driving, honestly, we have to have a service that delivers something to our house. Even that is going up $20. I actually just talked to my wife the other day and I was like, hey, should we cancel this thing? I'm sick of paying so much for this thing. But honestly, for the convenience and what we need for our lives, it's one of those things that's like, honestly, it's kind of the way that we have to operate our lives. So anyway, just a quick side note, but my point is everything, even services like that are going up. But realistically, it kind of has to go up because of fuel prices going up so much that it costs more for them to operate their vehicles. Again, I'm not taking sides with Amazon. I'm not saying what they're doing is good or bad. I'm just simply saying this is the fact of the matter. This is what is really happening. All right, let's quick move on from this one. Let's quickly talk about Russia for a second. So again, another thing that we got to keep one eye on because honestly, it's kind of a weird situation going on over there, and honestly, it's a little bit scary too. I mean, maybe I'm the only scaredy cat here, but I'm just being real with you. It's kind of a scary situation. Either way, a couple days ago, we were out with a video and said that apparently, according to Russia, they said that they were going to start drawing down some of their forces on the line, on the border between Russia and Ukraine. However, satellite images have now shown that rather than them actually drawing down their forces, it looks like they've actually built up another 7,000 forces in the area. So it looks like the claims of them actually drawing down are maybe not exactly true. But again, I'm not the guy with the satellite. I'm not the guy with the camera. I'm simply just reading the reports and transferring that information onto you. So I can only, I'm only as good as the information that I find. But again, the reports are not actually justified as far as what is being said and what is actually being done. It looks like the buildup is actually continuing with at least another 7,000 people joining on that border. So again, wow, weird stuff. But seriously, something else we got to watch because honestly, this could be I don't even know. I don't even know what to call it. Seriously, I don't even know what to call it. It's just a really weird thing that hopefully can be resolved in a peaceful manner. But again, just another one of those things we got to keep an eye on. Also, today, Republicans out of the House of Representatives wrote a letter to the IRS calling on timely refunds to those individuals who filed a tax return this year. And the letter from the Republicans over to the IRS is calling on them to issue tax refunds in a timely manner. So, again, this is not me taking sides, but rather it's really nice to see that some people in Congress are coming out, calling on the IRS, hey, get that money out the door as quickly as you possibly can. Now, we do know that the IRS is really backlogged right now. In fact, they just transferred about 1,200 employees about, maybe a week ago or so, maybe a week and a half ago or so by now. They transferred about 1,200 employees to actually start working on tax returns from other duties. So we do know that they're still backed up about 24 million returns from last year as well, and now they have all of these returns coming in from this year as well. They just started collecting them on January 24th, but that was about, 3 weeks ago or so, maybe coming almost on 4 weeks now, that they started accepting returns, and as of just a couple days ago, they had already received something like, 14 million returns, I think it was the number. But again, they're going to be getting like hundreds of millions of returns. Last year, they processed over 200 million returns. So they've certainly got their work cut out for them this year, right? Unbelievable. They got 24 million from last year, plus the, 220 million or so this year coming in. So they certainly got a lot of work ahead of them, but hopefully they can pump those returns out as quickly as possible. And get that money into the pockets of the people who need it so incredibly badly right now, which, by the way, quick side note, just a quick reminder, if you received the child tax credit payments last year, make sure to file your tax return so that you can claim the other lump sum payment for your child tax credit payments. Also, if you did not receive a stimulus check from last year, the $1,400, or if you got a new dependent from last year, please file a tax return so you can claim your $1,400. It's money there on the table. Please grab it, okay? But again, remember, this is not tax advice. This is not financial advice. This is not accounting advice in any way at all. I'm not your accountant, and I don't know your situation. Everybody's situation is very, very different, but I'm simply giving you a nice little reminder. Please file your tax returns if you need to get it, because there's a lot of money on the table right now. And honestly, I want all of you to get as much money as you possibly can right now with everything going on. And ultimately, this inflation raging around and just grabbing money out of our pockets left and right? So anyway, this is the update I have for you right now. Please stay tuned. I will continue to keep you updated with any new updates that we get. A lot of weird stuff going on right now. I'm watching all of it closely, and I am right here by your side every single day. Your one and only daily advocate, checking in once again. So make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. I will continue watching everything closely. I'll bring it all back to you in these short videos. I do all the research, I break it down as quickly as I possibly can, and try to deliver it in the fastest video possible. Sometimes I catch myself talking too fast and I start stumbling, but honestly, I just try to get my way through these videos as quick as possible, that you can get all the information as fast as possible, because honestly, I want to be respectful of your time, so I try to get in, give you the information, and hit the road so that you can get on with your day. So again, thank you so much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. I'm here for you in any way that I possibly can be. Enjoy your day, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe, share the video, and go back and check out any of the other 2,100 videos right here on the channel. And I'll catch you again later in the next one. Have a good night.